Bruce Caitlyn Jenner, I'll call him Caitlyn Jenner.
No,
because
it's
that's
her. You're not being polite to the pronoun.
Because
disrespectful.
Okay, forget about the disrespect. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we take a look at just a few of Ben Shapiro's most viewed moments of the year. But before we get started, consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. We appreciate all your support. Now that the boring stuff is out of the way, let's get started. Number 1. Ben Shapiro vs. Piers. Now we have the debate that made Ben Shapiro shoot up in popularity. It is his heated debate with Piers. This came after the tragic Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting in December of 2012. He appeared on CNN's Piers Tonight on January 10, 2013 to speak about gun control.
Standing on the graves of the children of Sandy Hook, saying they don't seem to care enough about the dead kids. If they cared more about the dead kids, they would agree with you on policy. I think we can have a rational political conversation about balancing rights and risks and rewards of all of these different policies.
Ben made a very controversial claim. He said that Piers is a bully who tends to demonize people who differ from him politically by standing on the graves of the Sandy Hook children, saying that they don't seem to care enough about the dead kids. This deeply offended Piers, and he made it clear to Ben that he was offended by what he said. Ben told him he could deny it all he wants, but he believes that's what he does. Number 2. Ben vs. protesters. Ben was speaking at a university and he had many things to say. Ben eventually said something that rubbed some sections of the people in attendance the wrong way, so much so that they started making a huge ruckus and generally just being a nuisance. Ben decided to take matters into his own hands. Ben went to the board behind him while the protesters carried on with their madness. He wrote the word morons and made it large and bold for everyone to see and raised the board up higher. Some people in the crowd got a kick out of this, while the protesters were probably grinding their teeth even more. Ben was later asked if he ever felt threatened by those protesters, to which he replied with a no and a bit of a laugh. He was not bothered in the slightest. It is pretty damn funny.
And frankly, this did not look like a particularly threatening group of human beings. So I may not be a jiu-jitsu warrior, but I felt confident in my capacity to maintain my own physical safety with this particular crowd.
Number 3. The famous Ben Shapiro quote.
Bruce Caitlyn Jenner, I'll call him Caitlyn Jenner.
No,
because
it's
that's
her. You're not being polite to the pronoun.
Because
disrespectful.
Okay, forget about the disrespect. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Now we have the famous Ben Shapiro quote. The quote came about when he was one of the guests on Dr. Drew as they were debating whether Caitlyn Jenner deserves a Courage Award for coming out as transgender. Zoe Tur, a transgender reporter who was another guest on the show, said that it takes a great courage for Caitlyn to come out. Ben heard this and he was in disbelief. Ben believes that people who thought that Caitlyn deserves the Courage Award are deluded, and the conversation very much got heated from there. Ben called Caitlyn him, which everyone on the show took offense to. He was quickly told to be polite and use the correct pronoun. He hit back by saying that facts don't care about your feelings, which made waves everywhere. Number 4. Ben calls Donald Trump a doofus.
Because I watched that campaign, I don't think that Donald Trump could collude with his own left foot.
Ben Shapiro caused a bit of a stir when he made an appearance on Real Time with Bill Maher. Him and Bill had a debate about Donald Trump, and it was surrounding his presidency. They were debating whether or not Trump colluded with Vladimir Putin. The two were divided on this issue. Bill Maher believed that Trump and Putin did collude, while Ben wasn't so convinced. He believed that while there is a possibility that they did collude, he doesn't think there was enough evidence to suggest that he did. Ben then came out with something that made everybody in attendance laugh. Ben said, quote, "I do not, because I watched that campaign, and I do not believe that Donald Trump could collude with his own left foot." Wow, that is quite some way to say that someone is not the brightest. This is one of the best out of many things that we have heard Ben say. Ben followed this up by asking Bill if Trump is a doofus or a genius. Ben does not think that Donald Trump is capable of being both. Those are just a few of Ben Shapiro's best moments of 2020, and we are sure there are many more to come. So make sure to subscribe to our channel and keep your notifications on. We post videos similar to this every single week. Don't miss out. Thank you for watching here on Political Trends.